We make houses more energy efficient and more economical to own summer and winter by lowering your heating and cooling costs. But I want to talk to you about ice damming today. Ice damming. What is ice damming? Well, ice damming is when it snows and the heat from the attic melts the snow from underneath. Then it runs downhill to the eave, and now it's sticking out on the eave at the gutter line, and it's outside the influence of the heat from the attic, and it refreezes. You get this cycle of snow melting and refreezing, and you wind up with a ridge of ice at the bottom of the roof. The water can back up behind that ridge of ice and actually go under the shingles and rain down into the attic, which rains down into the house. So this could be a big problem when you have a lot of snow. We can see this house right here has this huge ridge of ice at the eave, and we have a lot more snow on that roof, and if it rains, that house is going to have a problem. Ice damming is indicative of having heat be lost from the house to the attic, of air leakage, air that we paid to heat, leaking up through pipe and wire holes, through gaps between the top of drywall and top plates, duct chases, the pull downstairs or attic access hatch, around the chimney, around can lights, around other electrical plumbing fixtures and chases and so forth. And that air that we paid to heat rises and it gets into the attic, and it basically heats the roof. And we don't want to heat the roof. We don't want to heat the attic. We don't live in the attic. The attic is outside the house because insulation goes between inside and outside. We need to air seal the attic floor, and then we need to add insulation so that we don't have convective heat losses, which is air movement, and conductive heat losses, which is heat moving through solid surfaces like drywall and ceiling joists and so forth. So we add insulation. And when we add 17 inches of cellulose to R60, we're filling the attic with insulation above the top of the ceiling joist so we don't have thermal bridging at each ceiling joist. If we can treat the attic properly, then we have less ice damming. And we're not adding any heat, so we have a cold attic, so we're not paying to melt snow from underneath. So that would significantly reduce our ice damming. By doing the air sealing and insulation, we want a house that's more comfortable. We want a house that's less expensive to own, less fuel cost, right, for heating. So we're gonna have more even temperatures, day to night, summer to winter, upstairs to downstairs. Air sealing and insulating the attic is just a very important thing, and it's something that we're very proud to do at Dr. Energy Saver. And we know that most houses need us. Ultimately, it's free, because if the homeowner doesn't have it done, they're paying more every month in higher heating and cooling costs. And if they do it, they're saving. And in not too long of a period of time, the work is paid for, and they continue to save forever because air sealing and insulation never wears out. You know, on a snowy winter, you could be avoiding disaster. That's your little tip of the day. We're glad to come out and give you a free estimate.